Hello and welcome to Path of Exile. This is going to be a new series. I'm kind of excited about this. It's going to be a Flicker Strike build, and it's going to be a Slayer. Now, I've done Flicker Strike years ago, but I've kind of avoided it. I like Cyclone and having fun with that. But we're going to level up this character. We've just did a video, 7 items that will make leveling faster, easier, more fun. And we're going to use those leveling items. Most of them are leveling uniques. And they're very cheap. They're only 1 or 2 chaos, maybe 3. We might spend a little bit more, but you as a brand new player, if you're following along with this, you should be able to use the same techniques I used in that other video where I just leveled this guy up to 56, and he's well on his way. He can keep going. But I wanted to do something from scratch and maybe use a little bit more chaos. Instead of 1 or 2, I might spend 5 chaos on an item because I've got tons. This is my third character on this league. So we're going to have fun, and let's get into it. Oh, this is cool. Yeah. Let's create the character. We're going to do Affliction right here in the middle. Don't pick anything else. We're just going to do the current league. And it's going to be Duelist. And we're going to call him Flicker _ Slayer Affliction. There we go. Simple name. It might be taken. Oh, it's not. Here we go. Alright. And I won't show you everything along the way. We're just going to do the basics. We're going to open up. We're going to do our first move, which is put that on move only until we get a guard skill in here. And we'll do our first fight here. We should probably put our attack over there so we can actually hit. We're going for a Flicker Strike. So we're going to use something else until then, but we'll do well. We're going to put that right in there. We're going to replace that with that. Take this off of here by left-clicking. Left-click and you get to pick. And we're just going to hug the shore. Now, if you want to set your map like this, go ahead and go into Options, UI, scroll down a little bit, and see how this... I don't like all that stuff around there. This stuff, get rid of that. Let's put that on high contrast. Shrink it down so it shows more of it. And away we go. Then just push save. Oh boy, those are healing potions. Okay, let's use one of them. And healing potions they recharge as you kill monsters. So, like right now, I've used that one. The next one I'm going to use is this one. And let's put that over there on just regular space. And you can change the keybinds around in your options under inputs. We're going to hug the shore and we're going to fight Hillock. And Hillock, all we do is, it's a very simple thing. We're going to put this on there. It's a support gem. See how it's linked? Very important. That goes with that. Also, once we get some armor, you could put your main attack over here. It doesn't have to be on a weapon. And then just make sure it's supported by the things with the little link. If you put this support gem over here, it's not going to support that. It's got to be linked to it. See how it shows up in highlights? Let's do this fight. And then we're going to go into town and we're going to buy some stuff that it's going to make us level a lot more quickly. If you don't have it, you'll be able to get the chaos to do that very easily, somewhat easily. So we're just going in. I'm going to push tab to take the map off, and I'm just going counterclockwise, and he can't hit me. He draws his sword out, heals himself back up, but that's okay. This is a good skill for a single target. I'd like to switch over to a AoE skill though. We're gonna be doing well. And let's see what he dropped. Now I have a certain item filter in here. What you want to do is we're gonna play along the same way. So we're gonna go to game, and instead of this complicated one, we're just gonna use the default one, not none, but default. Save. And then you should probably look up, there's videos on it on how to grab an item filter that you like. Never sync on filterblade.xyz instead of .com. It has a lot of really good, easy to use filters. Now we're going to talk to this person, and this person. They're going to give us our first gem. And we have Cleave, Molten Strike. That's just too easy to use. We'll probably use that until we get to Flicker Strike. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Let's just do that.
Farewell.
And now, we're going to set Molten Strike up on here with probably one of these fists things. We're going to identify it. Nice that they dropped one for us. And the reason I'm going with a claw or a fist at first, fist weapon, is because of that 3 health per hit. It's pretty cool. Let's take that off of there. We can say goodbye to this. Chance to bleed. See how this is not linked red. We don't have a link for it, so we can't really use it yet. We could identify this, and we can use it. Just throw it on there, it doesn't matter. This is nice, red. That's interesting, but we can't pair it with that. Oh, it's unidentified. And I'm going to bring up how much damage we're doing. Let's put we'll put it right there for a second. And it says we're doing 24-ish damage. If we were to put that on there, oh, where is it? Red. Right here. Some lightning resistance. A little bit less, but I like the red, triple red. We'll put it over there, and then we can actually do that. And we might switch this up shortly. Also, if you ever find an item that's red, green, and blue linked, you're going to get a chromatic orb.
Yes.
And those chromatic orbs, you can actually trade like 6 or 7 of them for a chaos orb, which you're going to see in a second are very important for trading. So we're just going to sell these things. And we'll even sell the double strike. And because we sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white items, we got the 5 fragments. That's worth 1 scroll. And away we go. Cool. Let's do the next step. Right here. Oh boy. Let's go into this. We're going to spend our first skill point. This, you might be a bit overwhelmed if you're new to the game and it opens up and you see all this. You're like, what's going on? But in reality, none of this other stuff matters yet. We'll get to it. All you're looking at are these 2 choices. Do you want to attack faster with some more accuracy? Because our accuracy right now is 100%, but as you level up, you need more accuracy to compensate. So your accuracy goes down, you need more to make up for it. Or do we want more physical damage and max life? I like life. Let's take it. And the other thing is, to figure out where you really want to go is, you want to look at these bigger nodes. And you say, oh, this is regen's health, strength, melee strike range. All that sounds good. Here's some life. Here's some attack speed, accuracy. All those sound good. So I want to get there. So we have 2 ways. We could go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we could go this way. 1, 2, 3-ish. It would be a little bit shorter. Two things shorter. But I think I like that life in there, so we might go that way. And it really doesn't matter. You're going to have so many regret orbs, which allow you to undo things in your tree at the end. It's going to be easy, so don't sweat it. Let's continue. Okay, just to show you how you're going to get your currency to be able to buy things, I went out here and just bought a bunch of creatures off you and just picked up everything, okay? And I'm going to show you how this works.
Yes.
If you sell a regular white item like this, where it says it's just a normal item, this is a blue item, a magic item, and did we get a rare item? We did. Oh, we did. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we got all the kinds. We're going to go like this, and we're going to sell to the vendor. Notice that's 1/5 of a fragment. 5 white items. If we sell all 5, just do that. We get a wisdom scroll. Wisdom scrolls are important for a couple reasons. Right when you start out, you can actually purchase some pretty cool items from Nessa here. I think it's Nessa. And oddly enough, I'm going to go for these right here, these life rings. It's just going to make life easier. So we're going to toss one of those on. Cool. Now we got a life. Now we used all 3 of those. Now we could go back out and get some more of these white items and sell them. And that's what you'd normally do. If you find some portal scrolls, you can sell a portal scroll to her for some wisdom scrolls. So you're going to be picking up these, getting wisdoms, and then buying the items from her. And because I've already done this, I'm going to skip ahead, but you'll be able to do this as well. I've got a lot. So I'm just going to grab a whole stack just to make things faster for you to see what's going on. So my next one, I'm going to buy, let's just buy another one. And we look at it, the 25. I have a choice between those 2. Let's put that on there. And then maybe something that helps regen our mana. Now that costs that. I just found that outside, so that's cool. Let's do that. Maybe a little bit faster mana regen. Ooh, that one's too expensive. 21%, 20%. We'll buy the 21%. And we should be good. How much that takes that? We'll put it on there. So now we're getting to be in better shape already. Do we have a leather? If they were selling a leather one, we might buy that. But we could actually buy an energy belt, energy shield belt for now. But we'd rather want leather. So you can hold out and see if they'll sell you a leather belt or find one because it adds life. But we're gonna go with this for now. Let's see, 14. We'll buy that. And I just grabbed those to show you what you'll be able to get lots of wisdom scrolls. Not only that, when you're out there, open up every chest you see, every little hanging guy, everything, because they have a lot of loot on them, especially wisdom scrolls. So up next, we're going to go over. I didn't really care about the chance to bleed thing right here. And if you go over to your defense, or I'm sorry, your miscellaneous, we're going to toss on 2 of these. So now on our main hand, we get 3 per hit, and offhand we get 3 per hit. So it just helps us keep our health up and not have to worry about healing. Pretty cool. So you want to grab a couple of these, and we'll just go on from there. Next up, we'll quickly sell all these items. And that should... Oh, that's a blue item. We'll take that back. And we get 4 fragments. And I just put them down here next to these. There we go. So we're building those up, or you will be. The next thing we're going to go over, this is how you're going to get chaos so that you can trade for some really, really good items that really make the game a lot easier. So you have these blue items. Those are blue. Unidentified and identified. Then rare items, unidentified, and we're going to identify it and show you the difference. Now, right here, sell items. If I were to sell this unidentified, all you're going to get out of this is a transmute shard, which turns into a transmutation orb. You need a few of these, but not a lot. What's more valuable to you early on in trade are these things. If it's identified, it's going to give you an alteration orb. So we're going to say accept. We got 1 for that. Now look at that. It'll give us 2 of those, but if we identify this, we should probably look at these. They might have some movement on them. Now, if you can't afford what we're going to buy for 1 or 2 chaos, definitely throw these on. We're going to come up with, because movement speed is key to everything, but we're going to actually sell these. Now, that's 5 alteration shards. That's amazing. Now, next we're going to identify this, and it's a rare item. We might actually be throwing this on. Let's take a look. If you hold down control, you're going to compare it, and let's see, it's got 40 armor. That's a lot. I'll take that. Doesn't matter about this. We can put this red gem anywhere. We can put it in our head, in our helm. For right now, we don't have anything supporting it. We will soon. So we're going to need a red item. We'll be able to get one of those. Let's compare it. So it has armor, regen 1 life, regen. So this is better. We'll just throw this on. And we're going to sell this item off. Now here's the thing. If we were to sell this, you would get 6 of these. So that adds up pretty quick, and you can just control click to put things in there. Now we're up to a half a shard. Well. Now you think, oh my god, that's very slow. This is gonna ramp up pretty quickly. If you get like maybe a total of 10 to 12, you're gonna be able to trade on the trade site for a chaos. Ideally, try to save up to about 22, 24, so you can maybe trade for 2 chaos. The other things you want to take a look for are these. These are worth a chaos each, even 1.5 chaos. If you get 2 of these, you can get 3 chaos for that right now, and it's going to vary a little bit. And I'll show you how to work. We'll actually do a trade here in a second. And then the other valuable item are right here. Everything's valuable, but these are going to be the easiest ones to find. And if we find about 6, maybe 7 of these, we'll see if we can actually pull off a trade for a chaos. And these come from items that have a red, blue, and green linked, or you can just find them on the ground. But if you have a red, blue, and green socket and it's linked, those three, it doesn't even matter if it has a bunch of sockets on there, but one of them's not linked, but there's red, green, and blue linked. You can vendor it for one of these, and you'll find lots of those on the ground. And they'll be, if you have the default thing set right here under options, it'll have a little green line under it. Game default, otherwise it won't highlight it. This will have a green square around it, a green outline around the item. So let's do our first trade for some chaos. Let's say we've collected enough of this and we've got this many, or how many it is. I have a program called PoE Awakened Trade. So if I press, and I've got it key bound to F1, I bring it up, and then I can just push this trade button, and it's going to bring me right to the Path of Exile trade website, and it's going to be pre-set up, except I probably should set it to chaos and not divine. Also a neat trick up here, if you're ever trading, doing some advanced trading, and you want to know what a tenth of a divine is, or half a divine, it's 108 chaos. Alright, so let's do that. We're going to open up the trade window. Okay, this might be a little overwhelming. We're right at here, and we'll just start it off from scratch like you went there without entering PoE trade. You're just at pathofexile.com, you're in the Affliction League, you're in PC or whatever thing you're on. You're going to make sure this says online people only. We don't want to be searching people that are offline. And we're going to go to the bulk item exchange. Next thing we're going to do is we say, this thing right here, I have these orbs of alteration. And you can search for it if you don't see it. Alt, and it'll highlight it. And we want chaos. You could highlight it again, chaos right there. So let's find out what deals are out there. And this is late in the league, so the prices are going to be a little weird. Here we go. Oh boy. So now, if you have 600 of them, this guy will give you that. So that's about 6 for 1. And right over here, you can tell 6 for 1. That seems like a really good deal. Here's 15 for 2. Ooh. So if you saved up 15 of these, this guy says he wants to do that. So we're going to go like this. Contact. If you've linked your account to this website with the Path of Exile website, you can do a direct whisper, and it'll directly whisper the guy in the thing. Otherwise, we can whisper bend over right here. It copies it to our clipboard just by left-clicking that. And we're going to trade 15 of these for 2 Chaos Orbs. Let's do that in a second. Alright, let's give it a shot and see if he's legitimately going to do this deal. Late in the league, 2 Chaos, you might not want to do it. And we can actually find out where he is by doing who is bend over. Oh, and so he's in the playing fields. No rush. There we go. So now we're going to wait for him, and we're going to put that 15. Now that's when you save up 15 of these. You might be able to find a deal where it only takes 7 or 8 for 1 chaos, but you'll pay a little more. So this guy's offering a little bit better of a deal because it's 15 for 2. Now you can do the same thing. Find out how many of these. Just the same. Just instead of trading alterations for chaos, trade those for chaos. Or these for chaos. And the other interesting thing is, in about Act 3, you can actually trade these. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. We say accept, right-click, visit hideout. You can also use that little swirly sign sometimes. And we're just going to patiently wait right here. We have our 15 alterations ready, and we're going to get our first 2 chaos. Now, it's going to take you a little bit longer to get your first 15 of these or 8 of these. Accept, and we're going to give them extra one here. Let's see. I should have had this ready. It was cool of them to do that. We're going to give them a divine. Normally you wouldn't want to do this. And accept. Trade accepted. I mean, it was cool of that guy to do a small transfer of currency at that time, so we were tipping him. That thing's worth That thing's worth 220 chaos. He's like, what's going on here? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm trading for 2 chaos and giving him 200 chaos. Alright, let's have some fun. Alrighty. And next up. So we have our 2 chaos. No. Nope, I'm having fun, but needed. There we go. I'm just thanking the guy for it, and he's a little confused, but that's understandable. Let's go on to the next thing here. Alright, let's put these away, and we're going to go on to the next stage of actually buying the item that we really, really want. And we'll just control-click all these right in here. And if you have a currency tab like this, you can right-click up here and put the affinity there, so that if you have... yeah, no worries. More than that, 220C. Let's say we have these right here, and you're on this tab now, and I control-click, it goes right into the correct tab. So gems, fragment, all the different things go right in there. Pretty cool. Let's do the next thing. Okay, we're going to go back to this. We're going to make sure it's cleared out. And we're going to type in the Wanderlust. And you can use a tilde key, Wanderlust. And there it is. It shows up. If you put the tilde in front of it, you can type stuff like this then. We can even do stuff like this. Just lust shoe. And it knows, it does a fuzzy search to find it. So let's search. Alright. Now, we have an option. We could do it for 1 chaos, 2 chaos, looks like 3 chaos. So this is going to cost a couple chaos, but this item is really important to me. Now, at first, we could probably do this one right here. That's 2 chaos, that's within reach, and it's decent enough. Now, the bad thing is, the mana regen is a little bit low. We're going to try, because I'm trying to get the most fun ones, we're going to do a couple of things. If you click right here, it's going to put all the stats up over here for this item. Let's do that. Now it brought this up. Now we don't care about the dexterity or the energy shield, but the mana regen. Care about that. We don't care about those two. And we're going to say, we'll push search again. Now if you hover over this, see how it says 20 to 40? We want one that's rolled really well. Maybe like a 33-ish. Now a 40 is going to cost, if you'd say a perfect roll on this, that's going to cost probably about 10 chaos. But let's see how much one of these less. Oh, there's one. 36, 38 is 3 chaos. Nice. So I want this 38, and then I look at that. It has some dexterity. That's only 5. So we could do this one with a 15. That was 17. I like this one. 38, 18. There we go. This one right here is fine. 38 or 36. That's fine. I like. Actually, this one. 2% more. Let's do this guy. Here we go. And I'll do it this way. Copy Whisper. And we'll go right back into the thing. Offer him these 3 chaos for that. Okay. And our 3 chaos ready. Now, if he doesn't, we'll whisper the other guys. We'll just give him a second. We'll find out what's going on. Now we did the who is under here. He's in the cemetery, so we're going to message him, and we're going to right click over here just to get his name back up. Whisper. Trade when you are done in cemetery, and he's going to say yes or no. Let's find out, because it's hard for him to type in there. He's doing some really difficult end game stuff in there, most likely. And we'll find out. Otherwise, we'll just make another offer. He doesn't answer us. Oh, this guy wants to do it. He listed his a day ago, so it's more likely that he was going to make the deal. So let's do this. Accept. And 3 chaos. So that's our first item. Ooh, that has 4 sockets, too. Very cool. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. And away we go. Now, the other guy, he never answered back. We'll just say, you know, I gave him a shot, and we'll just say, oh, I bought it from somebody else. But I don't want to spam a bunch of people and then do that. So let's go back to town. And I'm in my hideout. You guys won't have one of these when you're first starting out. So now we have these boots. All right, let's take a look at them. Oh, we got them on. Now that's going to address a couple of things early on until we get till level 20, I think, or 18. It's going to help with mana regeneration. I like that. And movement. We're going to be moving faster now. We don't want to move like a turtle. So let's get out there and have some fun. And right before we go, we're going to grab one more item. And we're going to look it up, clear everything out, and say Karoo. And it's this item right here. And we're going to, instead of show the filter, and we're going to say, you scroll all the way down, we don't want to spend more than 1 chaos. And that way you'll limit it to people that are selling for 1. And search. All right. Here's one. 26 to 30, 27 minutes ago. This is going to be a sale. This item's fine. Strength and dexterity. There's decent rolls. We're going to whisper them for 1 chaos. And away we go. He's in the acid caverns. I'm going to whisper him. Want to trade afterwards. Are done in the caverns. And we'll see what he says. Put these over here. So 1 chaos, you can definitely get that, and we're going to get this upgraded right away. And away we go. And he said yes. Of course, thank you. Cool. Now this item we can't wear until we're level 5. So let's go out. Continue. We're going to fight through and find that waypoint. I'll be right back. In this fight, this little mini boss is not even a problem because of our life gain on hit. It just makes it easy. Everything, you know, well, our extra life and then our life gain on hit makes it very easy. Then you just pick up all these things and sell them. Now, if this had red, green, and blue link, it would be outlined in green, and then we could sell it, vendor it for a chromatic. And we are going to go... We could go either way. I'd like to get to that pretty quick. We'll go this way. That's fine. Either way you can get down here. We're just going to go through in here. I am keeping an eye out for a red item, because we're going to need 2 red linked sockets pretty quick here. Pretty soon. We'll take that scrap. Why not? And we'll take the portal scroll. And I'm just keeping an eye out for any kind of item that might have 2 red sockets linked together. Here's the waypoint. Before you go into this area right here, ideally, just to make things a lot easier, try to be level 4 because we're going to unlock something pretty cool with levels 4. So you can go this way and do this side quest over here. And you're going to circle around, and there's going to be a medicine chest. We're going to go grab that. Okay, there's the next level. We're going to spend it. This one's kind of cool. It gives us a little of everything, some more life. 162. Now we're up to 168. That'll continue to go higher and higher. Also, if you pick up anything, if we find some gloves, it'll put it on there. So you want to put something here instead of nothing. And ideally, armor is going to help us the most for these Roas that can stun you if you don't have a lot of armor and mitigate the damage. And this guy should be right around here, this boss. Here he is. And let's see if we can face tank him. And by face tank, a medium health. I haven't used a health potion since I got these two these 2 things. This really makes life a lot easier. We'll put this here. And a neat thing is, I'm going to put these over here. I don't even need them on here, but if you find 3 of the same kind, you can trade it into the vendor for the next level up. So hang on to those, find 3, and trade up. You can even put them in your chest and just, do it that way. At level 5, we're going to put this on too. That's pretty cool. We'll pick up the chest. We'll pick up this. Yeah. keep a couple of those on us. And there's a couple ways you can go back right now. You can just go right back to town by going to the exit the character screen. You could run back to the portal, or you could use a portal scroll. But I don't like using those when I'm brand new because I can vendor these for wisdom scrolls. And wisdom scrolls I use to identify things like this. Well, we might as well put these on, actually. I didn't have anything on there. We'll put them on there. But then I can sell them for alterations, and we just saw alterations turn into chaos, and chaos turns into cool items. Move faster, do more cool stuff, don't get frozen. Nice stuff. Alright, so let's go back to town, and I'm going to use this way. And let's see what we got. The very first item, don't choose these. You're going to be tempted. Just don't do it. You're going to find plenty of these. These you're not going to find very many of. So let's go ahead and do that. And now that's going to allow us to move 40% movement speed boost for 6 seconds. And I'm going to put it right there on my spacebar. The next item we're going to figure out, let's see, what item is it? Ancestral Call Support. Now, I said we needed a red. I didn't. Oh, we lucked out and we have a red when we bought it. So that's cool. We're going to use the Ancestral Call Support because what this does, we're going to tie it into there. And if you hover over it, see how in the top left, right up here, when I hover over it, it says Molten Strike with a check mark? That means this gem, this support gem, will support Molten Strike. If it doesn't have a check mark and it's on you, it helps you. It tells you if it works or not. The other way you can tell is right here. If I take this off, see how that little A went away? Ancestral. Now it's supported. And the other way you can tell is if you hover over it, it lights up. Alright, so now we've got this, and what it does is it makes a duplicate version of you somewhere else, really close by, and it aims at random creatures for you. So it's like an auto-targeting ghost version of yourself. Now, you do a little bit less damage because of that, but it targets 2 additional enemies. It's just really fun. Alright, let's go on. We'll talk to him, and we'll talk to him, and we'll go from there. The next item that I want you to maybe save up for, if you have enough chaos, go for this early. And keep an eye out for them. Sometimes they sell cheaply. I got one for 5 chaos on my last guy, but if you're getting to the point where eventually, these are really nice and I have the chaos now, but once you get up to this, and usually it's going to cost about 10 chaos, what you want to do is search for Quicksilver Flask, show the filters, and then you want to add this command line here. ~use when full. And just going to say click, and then we can take the other one off. That's going to say, hey, show me only the Quicksilver Flasks that will automatically use themselves when they're full. And then also, we want to make sure we can use it at whatever level. So if you're level 33, you do 33. We're going to use level 6 or 6-ish and show us all those. Say search, and here's the things. Okay, so 25 days ago. Now you want to look for a couple of different things down here. You want to make sure it has a suffix and a prefix, meaning 2 lines of stuff at least. Sometimes it'll look like 4 lines, but that's really only 2 actual modifications on there. We don't want less duration. Okay. This might be the best one so far because it's 20% quality, so instead of lasting 6 seconds, it lasts 7.2. It'll get a charge back when we do a critical strike and some burning effect. So this one, I'm going to highlight it just like that, and then we'll look down and see if we find one that's better. 6 seconds, here's one. We could roll this and hope for something good, interesting, and it's 10 chaos, and he already did it. We could probably do this one. Let's do this one. We could buy this one, but I'm going to show you what you can do with this other one. So we're going to say Direct Whisper. And I'll be right back. I think I whispered the wrong guy, but now I whispered the right guy. While we wait for that, we're just going to go right into the next area. And see how this is still alive and explored? It's because it's been less than 12 minutes. If you leave an area for longer than that, it'll go away and you'll have to re-explore it. And let's go into the Mudplats. Now we're strong enough, and watch what happens when we won't go down in these things. But see, there's going to be a... Where is it? You can see the guy. We have it. Yeah, it's on there. There, we briefly saw him. We'll take that and those. And let's go see if we can see him again. There he is. He popped up right over there. And what about like this? Let's see if we'll wait till they get a little bit closer. Now all of a sudden it did a bunch of them. But if there's only one in front of you, then it wouldn't do it. There, it did it. Got that guy for us. So it makes us so much easier. And you'll be picking up all these blues, identifying them, turning them into a mix of transmute orbs and alteration orbs of alteration. We're going to be leveling these skills up because then as your gem gets higher and higher level, it does more and more damage. And we'll do this, and we're going to... Now these Roas are going to be super easy. I don't have to even heal. I can just go right through them. The thing we are using is mana still. We're going to address that soon, I hope. There we go. Oh. There we go. And we're going to pick up all these, and we'll be right back. These little Roa nests, there's 3 of them. And these Roas are not a problem at all. I didn't heal, I didn't do anything. It's just easy mode already. So I like it. These blue creatures are magical, they're a little tougher, and the yellow creatures are rare and they're even tougher, but they give a lot more experience. Like these guys will give a chunk of experience there. At the bottom, we can see it. There it goes. Chunked up. We're going to take the last one. We're going to spend our point. This is so easy now. I don't even barely aim. And I think this is where we go for it. Let's see. Yep, the 3 things go right in here. And there's the fetid pool that we should probably do. Just to do the same things that you guys are doing. And we're going to get this waypoint first. Then we'll go back to it and do the fetid pool. And let's spend this point. And I think we're level 5 now. Here's more health and armor invasion. And we are. So we can wear this. Now we're going to do more... Well, watch this. This is kind of nice. Here's our damage without that on. 27. 26. Projectile. It counts as projectile damage. Increased speed. Projectile damage. Probably more than that, but we'll go on from here. Oh, he wants to buy some stuff from me. 1 second, I'll be right back, guys. And I didn't realize I still had these things for sale. Let's see. Fossils. Lucent. Yeah, almost everything was completed there. And we'll trade with this guy. This will show you a trade from the other end. So we go to our hideout, and you'll get a hideout in, I think, Act 2. And then you can craft and do all kinds of cool stuff here. Here he is. Trade. So this, when they come to you, you initiate the trade once you have the items. And there we go. And if you hold down Alt, it'll add it up. He needs 9 more, so he's getting 9. And he's trying. I thought it was 49. 49. I was just going to trade it back because he didn't have it ready. And now he's ready. There we go. And you hold Alt, it'll add them up. And there we go. Cool. Whisper, thank you too. And away we go. And I shouldn't get any more trades now, maybe. I haven't found a upgraded one of these yet, so I'm going to buy this one for 3 wisdom scrolls. I can't use it until level 6, but I'll put it right there. And that way I can use that. I'll ditch that one, or 3 for 1 it, and turn it into one of these. And if you find 3 of these, we can turn it into one of those, and etc.
Goodbye.
And did we find a leather belt? Nope, no leather belts.
While we live.
Ooh, and we have another reward here. Let's look for the Ancestral Protector. That's the item you want. It's going to be a totem. We'll take it. And Steel Skin. Very cool. 2 good items. We're going to take those. And we're going to find a spot. We do have one here. And we have one here. And we'll work on that. Make it so it's even better. Now, Steel Skin, I actually want to put on my left click. That way, when I'm moving around, it'll automatically do its thing. And it's basically going to remove a bleed if it triggers. And it'll triggers fairly often. And then, like really often. And then it also does a 54 damage shield. At level 20 on this skill gem with 20 quality, it's like 2200 health shield around us. So it's really cool. This, let's go demo this. Well, both of them. I'm going to put this on W, the left click, put it there, and there. And now, see how I'm moving around and I got that shield and it shows in the top left? There it is, click, 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 and then it just drifts off and it cycles through itself. Just an automatic thing, I don't have to think about it, it's great. Then this thing is a totem that does stuff. Now we can actually link gems to this too, and it'll improve it as well. But it's nice to drop down a totem, see what happened to our damage, 30. Now it's 27, so it's like a little over 10% damage boost. Pretty cool. But I only need that if it's a big fight. Or if I'm running by stuff and I just want to drop a totem on them and keep going, you'll get the experience for it. Just drop it down and just keep on running, and it does its thing and hits them down for you. Pretty cool. Okay, we finally got this item. This might, at 5 chaos, I think I got a really good deal on it. 10 chaos, it might take you a little bit of time to actually get the item, but how it says 20 quality, it can go higher than that. That'll last for 7.2 seconds. It's increased movement speed, and you hold down Alt. See how it says suffix and prefix? Those are 2 good items. The only thing better on that would have been a faster movement speed on the bottom, like a tier 1 roll, but I still like that. And on the top, increased effect would be cool, but I like the charge recovery too. That's fine. Oh, that's fine. So we're going to put this on here, and this is going to automatically get used when it's full out there during a fight. We'll show it in the fight in a second. And this is how you know where to go. Right here is a divider with your map. These are the things you've completed. These are the things you have to do yet. If I click that, it says, hey, go into the Dweller of the Deep. That's back right over there, right in here. And this other one is probably the dirty job, clear out the fetid pool, and that's going to be generally, we're here, so kind of up around in this area. And that's how you do that. We're going to go in there and clear that out. Now, how we know that this gets triggered and it's on is you're going to have this white floating symbol right around us. There it is. And now we're running even faster automatically. I don't even have to press any buttons. And that thing's going to refill by killing monsters. Let's see how often it goes back on. There's another one for the 3-for-1 recipe. So now I'm just cruising along, and the only button I have to press, or right click and left click, I hold down, just like that. But the only button I have to press so far is just the mana. We're going to make sure you're going to fight, kill all these creatures. So as you're running around here, don't just run in a, do a little zigzag along. We can turn that in. That's worth 5 Alteration Shards, which is 1/5 of a, 1/4 of a Alteration Orb. And see how we're sprinting again? This is all automatic. Now, the thing is, you're not going to get that right away if you're a brand new player, but if you aren't a brand new player, I would highly suggest having that on there. It's just nice to have. So we're going to clear this out, and we're going to go from there. And this fight is super simple because I can just sit here and face tank this thing down. It's easy. I love it. I don't have to dodge or weave or do anything, and it's done. Pretty cool. And we got a nicer flask. Oh, we can put this one on. And we'll identify this one just in case we run out of mana. I don't think we will. But as you can see, we're not using any this heal potion. Very unlikely that we'll have it there as an emergency, but in general we won't need it. I'm going to continue cleaning this area out, and we're going to go over here, some more physical damage, And then we're going to get into some cool ones. This one, life through here, a little bit faster movement speed because we don't have a penalty for our armor, and we get more attack speed, damage, accuracy. And then these, we're going to actually take these until we get to level 20, and then mana will become a non-issue. Then we won't even need mana potions at all. So it's pretty cool. Apply that point, and away we go. I'm going to finish this area out, leveling up gems. Steel skin does 66 now, instead of 54, I think. Pretty cool. And easy stuff, too. And we're going towards Flicker Strike. This is just to get us there, because you can't do Flicker Strike until, I think, in the 20s. And, of course, I was talking, and I broke the rule. Right over there is probably some more. And if you ever type this in, /remaining, like this, it should show you, but it also mentioned it right there. 2 monsters I missed over here. And you're going to be opening these up, because, see, there's a lot of wisdom scrolls. Don't pass up those when you're brand new. Come on, I'll find them. Oh, I'd wounded them already, but not quite a bit. And then it clears up, and we can go back to town. And we'll do this town this way thing. And we are set. We're going to talk to him for a reward. I think he gives us a Book of Regrets. The regret book is... And we pull up with P. See this refund point? We didn't want that. We could go refund and apply it, and then we could back out of it. And it's like an undo. And then you're going to get more and more of these, and then there's these orbs of regret that you're going to be able to get, and you're going to have some. I have 200 or 300 of them. I can just try all kinds of weird stuff on my character, and it doesn't even matter. And you can buy more if you want from other players. It's great. Pretty easy stuff. Then we're going to go down in here. We're going to do this little side quest, and we'll come right back. And here's the little mini boss. We're going to drop our totem down, and we're going to take him right out. The Dweller of the Deep. And we're just using our mana potion. Everything's easy. We just got to level, and we'll spend that point in a second. We'll drop our totem down again. There it is. Just helps us out a little bit. Damage is going to be the next thing we address as well, soon. And we're going to go back to town, and there we're going to talk to him for a reward. And what the difference is, you're going to be picking up all this stuff, turning it into alterations, and you're going to be able to get 1 chaos really quickly. You just need 7 alteration shards, and you're going to get these boots. We got them, I think we paid 2 or 3, but you can find a decent pair of boots, maybe not with some as high a mana regen, for 1 chaos. So let's go back to town and grab that reward. What is he going to give us? Oh, skill book. Very cool. Very worth it. So I like doing all the side quests. It's just a completionist thing, and the skill points are extremely important. So let's see what we're going to get next. We're going to take that. That's going to increase our range. We're going to start regenning health, which is nice, I guess. And more strength, more damage. And then, I don't need the more health right now. We're going to get that in a second. But I want to start caring less about mana. 83 mana. Now we're going to get a little more. And our regen rate's going up. 90. Cool. The next one's a big one. And then we're going to grab that, and these. I'll be right back. If you find yourself in a situation where these 2 coral rings, and again, we do not have great gear. This just helps our movement, really. This is kind of cool, and this is completely optional. It just moves us faster. So our gear is really not doing much for us at all. So I'd like to upgrade some damage. So if you're in that situation where you're not using this health, let's switch over to iron rings. We're going to purchase. I found one. We're going to purchase that one. Uh-oh, an Alteration Shard. That's actually a pretty good one. That's really good for an alter. I would say it's worth spending the Alteration Shard. So we're going to buy that one. And then we found this one, so we're going to turn it into a magic one. Let's do that right now. We're going to make it into a magic one. And hope for some good rolls. 1 mana per kill, that's not bad. Now, it has one modification on there. It has that implicit, that's the type of ring it is, with the 1 to 4 on there. But then it got a suffix. It could have a prefix. So if you happen to have one of these augmentation orbs, just go ahead and go like this. Left click and then right click. Wait a second. 1 second. Right click and then left click on it and you'll get a random roll. 10 evasion, that's not good. Now, if you're feeling lucky or want to use these, you could use an Orb of Alteration and it'll re-roll those 2 bottom stats. Let's just use 1. Increased attack speed, that's beautiful. Now we use 1 more augment. That's good enough. I'm happy with those. So now watch what happens to our damage. It's really low right now, but 46 and 62, almost double the damage. We're going to put those over there just in case, and then we're also going to do the 3-for-1 recipe. So if you've got enough health, and we do, we're not having an issue, switch over to Iron Ring. And we're going to sell these for the 3-for-1. Attack speed is also awesome. That was just a really good roll. That was nice.
Goodbye.
That one for an Alteration Shard, that's a great deal. And we're going to put this here. This is for tips for people, and away we go. And a quick side note, in this zone, once you find these stairs, that's the way forward in the progression. That's over to the flooded depths, but this is forward down the path, so this is the way forward. You just go up here, and there'll be a door up here somewhere. We just got another level. Look how slow our mana is coming back. We're forced to use these mana potions. We're going to take this one next. Now watch it. Let's see if it goes up faster. Ooh, it's going back up a little faster. And then this one will be even faster. And we have a larger mana pool as well. So just take those out of convenience. We're going to unspec those later. Soon. But it's going to be worth it. Not super soon, but it's going to be worth it. And you're going to have plenty of these, so don't sweat it. If you want even more damage, we're going to use a Rustic Sash. Let's see what that, instead of this 14 energy shield, we'll take that off. And we're at 62, 68, a little more damage. And we found one of these. Let's go ahead and turn it into a magic item, see what we get out of it. Some extra life. That was actually a pretty cool roll there. Found that on the ground, found that on the ground, and it's upgrades. So again, we're not, if you haven't spent the 1 chaos, this has just been movement speed issues. So you should be in really good shape, opening up chests, getting these, IDing things, selling them for alteration shards. You should be in good shape, and you should be right with us, except moving a little bit slower, maybe. Very cool. Oh, also, this is nice. These 2 items. Let me explain these real quick. These ones with superior value or superior quality, you're going to want to save up till you get over 40. It doesn't have to be exactly 40, like 42, 43 is fine. When you sell a set of flasks that have 40 total quality, they're going to give you back one of those baubles. One of those baubles is worth 1.5 chaos. So this right here is worth nearly a third. It's about a third of almost a half a chaos. You wouldn't think it, but it really is worth it that way. So don't skip out on those things. You find a few of them, vendor it for a glass bauble, and then trade that bauble for a chaos. And we got one of these. That 250, that's better than what we have. Pretty cool. Once you get to this waypoint on the ridge, see these 3 stones? They point the way forward. So if you ever have to come back here, because you went down to Vendor, and you get back and you're like, which way is the way forward? Those 3 stones are the way forward. Oh, and this is worth a chromatic. Very cool. You turn this in, and it's worth a chromatic. Now, here's the other thing. We could improve this one by putting a transmute orb on there, and that'll possibly get more damage or something like that. 45% increased biz dam. That's a really good roll for that. Another level. We're gonna put it there. 130, now we have 139, and it regens even faster. Starting to make life easier is all. And we're just cruising along. I think there's a good fight coming up right around the corner here. But I'm just chucking through here. You guys should be in the exact same place that I am with the wand. Ooh, look at that, another one. And one of these, we'll take it. And level those up. It's just exciting. I have a lot of fun, as you can tell. And we're getting to Flicker Strike. It's just, we got to be a higher level to enable it. And let's take this guy out. Ooh, a Transmute Orb. We get to do that right away now. We'll do that on our secondary weapon. And there we go. And an alt. We'll use both. We should, but we'll use it on there just for fun. Come on. Okay. Take that. Alright, so we want to do this. I think we can roll it with the gem in there. Let's see. Yep. Accuracy. That's a perfect roll. That really is. Because what is our accuracy is good right now, but that's I like the Fizz damage, and there we go. We're up to 72 now. Going higher. Oh, we got an Orb of Chance. That's a fun item. You could trade them for people, but it's harder to trade these. You need quite a bit of them. But a chance ring, or a chance item like this, it upgrades a normal to a rare random item level, a quality build. Let's use it on this, just as an example. Might turn it into a magic ring, might turn it into a rare ring, or a unique ring. This will be fun. Or we could do it on that. Let's do it on this. Here we go. Let's see. Life, mana. No, we don't want to do that. We want the damage. We're having fun with that. So we'll just sell that one off. And away we go. And this is just the shrine that gives you a buff. There it is. It lasts 45 seconds. There's ways to improve these as well in the end game. And now we have a Shock Nova around us. Pretty cool. Oh, and then we switched over to the next zone, so it erased it. That's okay. We haven't been going in these. We will later, but for right now we'll not do that. I just want to make it so that it's like this will work in any league. But we're going to go in that as well, and you get some really cool stuff in there. One other trick to find out if there's a waypoint in this zone, as soon as you enter it, you can exit here. And then, see that has a small dot that's not like this? That means we got the waypoint. There's no waypoint here. That has a waypoint. There's a legend as well. There's the legend. So area with a waypoint, so that it shows it. So now we know there's a waypoint right back in here, and it's usually like right close to the, in this map, it's right close to the front-ish, so we'll find it. Here it is, and you'll probably end up going back to town, selling off the stuff, building up that supply of alteration things, orbs of alteration. Getting ready to make your first trade for a chaos, so that you can get the shoes first. Shoes, and then that next, and then if you can swing it, 5 chaos for that. It's going to be tricky, but it's just fun and nice to have. Sooner the better. Orbs of fusing, they're gonna. We could trade for chaoses with these as well. It's a little bit trickier, but what this does is, if you want to use it, we'll use it on this thing. See, let's say these were all disconnected or connected or whatever. You re-roll the connections on these, and now it's that way. And then that way you can get them all connected. Like, we could have re-rolled this and hoped that they would all be connected, but if it didn't, then all of a sudden that wouldn't work, so that's not good. So don't usually mess around with the items that you are using. Use some item that you're not using until trying to make it better, so you can use it. Oh, and look at that. Sitting there, chromatic. So we're almost up to a chaos just in chromatic. We're doing really well. And another little mini boss. We're just going to tackle him down, no problems. And oh, he's hitting us. He actually put some death on it. Are we gonna live? I didn't want to use a health potion. And it's close. We lived. I just didn't want to use a health potion out of spite. And you'll turn that in. That's 5 Maybe more, so maybe 10. We'll take a look when we get back there. And I don't have much life regen. We're going to get that soon. I don't think I have barely any. But we're healing up by doing the life gain on hits. And we're going to improve those weapons so they get even more back. And I'm just knocking these guys down. We'll drop a totem down just to help us. Helper totem. He's hitting hard. Fire damage is pretty bad. And a little bit back. Okay. We're going to use this now, just to have it. There we go. Okay. And I'll continue on. We'll be right back. So let's go back to town. And we're going to see how much we got for that. I'm curious. I think it's 5, but it might be 10. Let's find out.
The tale of...
Oh, we get another item. Look at this. Faster attacks. That is beautiful. We could also take fire damage. Splash. These are all support gems. If we had a 4th link, we might add some fire gems. We don't have 4 links, but we have a 3 link. That's pretty powerful, actually, already. And you could be in the same boat. You really can by this point. All you really need is this. Then this is your second purchase. So let's sell that item and find out what we get. Oh, 9 of those and some alchemies. Very cool. Then the chromatic. We'll sell that off. Another chromatic. Another chromatic. Very cool. And we'll just sell that. And we're going to sell that too for some transmits. I don't need these, but I'm just showing you, what we're doing with them. And what you would do is you just put them in your currency tab or your regular tab like this and kind of organize it. And then you'd have this. And if you get 3 of these, then we can upgrade to the next level. And we'll put this one. Oh, this is one of those. I put them down here, separate from those. And we're going to trade for a Gem Cutter's Prison. This, we'll just give up on that. But you can sell it, whatever. And cool.
Farewell.
Point. And we could do, we're not going to go with life. A little tempting. We could go for more that or more life. Let's get the life just to be a little bit safer. This is a big one, so it's nice to have. And away we go. Nice. Here's an interesting item that just dropped. Now we used the faster. We chose that because now it's 72, 85. But not only that, but we're swinging faster, meaning we're going to get life back faster. You could go for something like this, and all of a sudden we're going to be doing less damage now. There's a less modifier, but it's going to spit out even more projectiles. Let's see what that looks like, just for fun. Oh gosh. There's projectiles everywhere. Pretty cool. But I don't think we need that. But that's a lot of projectiles. And we can even add more and more and more. It's just silly. We're in good shape. I'd rather have the swinging faster ones. So let's put this down. Switch this back. We'll improve it, and this is the one I like. Does more damage, and then also we can swing really fast. Faster, not really fast. And also when she gives you that item, that skill gem, you can go to her second tab and actually buy other skill gems, including the one we just bought. So, for instance, I should have bought a second one of these and put it right here to improve that. And I'll do that next time we're in town. I'll try to remember. Alright, something just dropped on the ground. It's right here. And it is a shark tooth claw. Now look at that. It's 6 per hit. That's nicer. Let's just put this on and see what it does to our... This is a pretty good rolled item, so let's see what it does. But it's 6 life per hit, which is even nicer. That's good enough. We're going to do it. And then we're going to improve it in town. We can go do that right now. We're going to do 2 of those things. We're going to buy the faster attacks on our other item. Faster attacks is this item right here. And how much was that? A transmute. We would have had those. You'll have those as well. We're going to sell this off. We don't really care about this. If you want, you can actually re-roll some of the colors on these things with the chromatic ores, but I would save them for chaos. It's way better that way. I think they're way more valuable that way. And then we were doing one other thing here. We have two choices. If you have one of these alchemy orbs, you've saved up enough of the shards, I would suggest using an alchemy orb on it. If you don't, then we're just going to use a orb of transmute to turn it into a blue item. But if you have one of these, I think it's worth it to use one. So we can right click, and we're going to and it turns it into a rare item with a lot of mods, hopefully. Here we go. Alright, this one adds lightning damage, attack speed, critical multiplier. That's not bad. We'll put those down. We'll take a look at our 91 damage. So we're in better shape now. And by using the rare, it just gives more mods. I think it's 6 mods, so we're in better shape that way. It would be nice if we could make that into a rare. We could with a regal orb, but we don't have those. I mean, I have them, but I'm not going to do it. So it wouldn't be fair. That fair. We're trying to stick close to where you guys are at. And we're going to go right back into the lower prison where we put our portal, and it'll take us right back to where we were. And there's the door going forward. There's another superior. We're going to put that with our superiors and get a gem cutter's prism, which we could trade for possibly chaos. We'll figure it out. But it's nice to have those. And with this, we're going to keep going. Alright, we just found this armor, and it might be better. We're going to ID it anyways to sell it, so let's ID it, compare it. Oh yeah, it actually is better. It's a chunk better. Pretty cool. And if you hold Alt on it, it's item level 10 versus item level 7, so it has a better chance at rolling cool things on it. And we're not using it for anything except maybe we can use that, so it's a little bit better. We're going to use that other point. And we're going to raise our health up 295 to 316. Cool. And there's an option right in your options in, I think, UI that will show the number above that and that. You can put a health bar over this. You can do a bunch of things. Just go ahead, go over all those settings and just pick the ones you like. Another point, some more health. 344. Pretty cool. So we have damage and health. Ooh, we're into our first boss fight. Just follow the blood trail.
I recognize that pretty face. Grand Arena, Theopolis.
Oh boy. And here we go. And the plan is to continue on and show you the different upgrades along the way and show you how this build turns out. I'll take that shard, Alteration Shard. And we'd open that up, we'd open that up. And I think it's going to turn out really great. We'll see. Not good. Not a good sign. Uh-oh. Drop this down. This is our first big boss fight. And we're just going to face tank this guy down. I have a heal, my finger over the heal button, but we're going to see how well it turns out. I haven't used it yet. That +6 weapon we found was pretty cool to find. We're just using mana potions, guys. And we won the fight. Look at all this stuff. Iron Ring, nice. Might be better than ours. And you pick up all this stuff and sell it. Pick up that. That doesn't take any room, so you can sell it cheap. Pretty cool. Skill beats size every time. Skill did beat. And there should be maybe some things to cook. Occasionally you're going to find crafting recipe unlocks. Click those as well. And we're going to go to the town. And let's do it. Let's ID this ring, and then just hold down Control. It'll compare to both of those. There's a lot of accuracy on this one. But I would have to give up attack speed, and I don't want to do that. And accuracy is not a big issue yet. We're still at 100%. So yeah, that's a no-go. You want to find one of these and just hang on to it, and it'll be explained why later. sometimes you need some intelligence to unlock a certain item, and it's nice to have that. Maybe even like an int or a strength dex item sitting around. So we're going to keep those. And what was the reward? Oh, here we go. Blink arrow, leap slam. Now leap slam only works with a mace, axe, sword, or staff, stuff like that. So it's not going to work. We can still level it up because eventually I want to use it, but yeah, it's a no-go right now. Vitality, that would be a... We want to take this one. And precision, that's kind of nice too. We're going to do this. We're going to take this one. We're going to go buy a precision. We'll buy a precision later. We don't need it right now because that's going to help with the crit. Yeah, we don't need it yet. We're going to buy this one, and then I'm going to show you a trick. We want to level this up. And what I want to level it up on is we're going to level up on a weapon that can actually work here. Orb of Augment, we might have one of those. Oh, it's a two-hander. We want to buy something a little smaller. Like a one-handed sword. Red, green, green. We're looking for a good... This is okay. That's a two-hander again. I don't want that. For now, we're just going to buy this for a transmute. And what that's going to allow us to do is we're going to level this thing up in our offhand. Not only that, but we're going to put that in there, and we're going to switch back. It says press X. I think I've set it to like Shift Z or something.
Stay sharp out there.
Let's see if that's the case. Yeah, Shift Z, and then you can actually use the leap slam if you really, really need to before we get into swords by switching weapons and then switching back. So you can switch over, leap slam over where you got to go, and then switch back. So, and it's going to be leveling up in the background, and we're going to be leveling up items as well in the background too. So let's go sell this off.
Greetings.
And away we go. Cool.
Stay sharp out there.
And we're going to put... Oh, this... You could sell that too for a scrap.
For some.
And we're going to put this stuff away. This we're going to save. We might need that. And quality item right down there. And once I get enough, I'll show you the recipe for that and explain it. So we're in good shape. We're going to continue on in the next episode. We're going to just go faster, and I'll explain. I won't have to explain as much because if you're a new player, it's nice to be able to explain Steel Skin being here and why I do it, and it's just a lot of fun. So have a good one. I'll see you in the next episode, and we are doing really well. It's easy. We're face tanking stuff. We're not dying. We're going to address this next. We're going to get even faster and more health and more damage, and it's going to be easy, guys. And then we're going to get into maps, and we're going to be doing Flicker Strike. Hello. And, it's George Clooney. Have a good one, guys.